So here are 5 awesome Logic Pro tips. First one, this hack is for people that hate diving into like learning music theory. Like myself, when I first started producing, it was something that I really didn't want to do. But you have this awesome plugin here in Logic that you can just be in key at all times. So let me show you how to like set it up. So I'm going to bring in typing keyboard. Now, if I were to like play something without knowing the keys and the scales, it would sound weird. I'm going to go over here to Midi effects, right on top of the sampler. Then I'm going to go to transposer. And then here in transposer, I'm going to pick whatever key I want to work in, the root of the node. And then we're going to pick, the scale natural minor. So now every time that I play something, it doesn't matter whatever I decide to do, it's always going to be in key. Let's record something. If I go back and turn this off, it's going to sound like crap. So now I turn it on, it all sounds in the same key, which is pretty awesome. Tip number 2, have you ever wondered how to like always stay quantized so it sounds great with the groove of the track? Well, this plugin in Logic Pro, it's amazing for that. The thing we're gonna do is gonna pick the scripter, and here in the scripter, we're gonna go to factory, and then we're gonna go to like real-time quantizer, and now everything that I play is gonna be quantized to 1/16. You can set it to like 1/4, 1, whatever you want, right? So I'm just gonna leave it to 1/16. I am going to record something, and everything is gonna be sounding pretty awesome. So if I turn this off, the scripter, you'll see how it sounds. So it's not quantized, it's not with the groove of my drums, right? So I'm gonna turn it back on. Going down the path of melodies and all this other stuff, I had this question the other day. I like this riff. Can I use those notes to start generating an idea here in Logic? So yes, you can. Let me show you guys how this goes. So I'm gonna take out the beats. I'm gonna use a guitar. So I like this, right? I like this riff. I think that you could use it. I want to use some of those elements to actually generate a bass line, right? First, turn flex. And then instead of like using the monophonic or the automatic flex time, let's use flex pitch. The way of like getting these notes out, it's going to be as follows. So you're going to double click here on Logic, open up the file manager. So you want to make sure that you're on track. You're going to go over here, edit, and then you are going to create MIDI tracks from flex pitch data. It's a good bass line, right? So let's bring it in with the kick. And then you can bring in all the other elements, right? So you can start generating some ideas, right? To start your track going. And then the beauty about this is that, you use someone's creative juices to help you with your creative flow as well. Tip number 4. This is the easiest way that I have found to use vocal chops here in Logic. Let's go to vocals, and then over here, let's go to gospel. All right, so once we found something that we like, bring that in. But I want to bring it in as a drum machine. And the reason for this is going to chop it up automatically. So each of the pads is going to have a direct sample of the vocal chop. And the cool thing about it is it can affect pitch and everything from that sample. So whatever changes we make, you have amp, you can build and take out different parts of the vocal. With this pad control, you also have a reverb already set up for you and delays, which is pretty cool, right? So if I play that, it only affects that chop, right? It's not going to affect all the other ones, right? Versus if you are using the quick sampler optimized, right? You can slice it up. If you affect pitch, it's going to affect the entire sample. Let's record something in. Getting some ideas down. And with tip number 5, no one really talks about how you can like make your own loops by using other loops here in Logic Pro. I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quick. And I'm going to go over here, percussions, Afro-Cuban, I'm just going to bring all of them here, 9 files, create new. So you're going to have different elements, right? So if you guys can see over here, we can build something really unique. And if I play them all at the same time, right? It's like this huge mess, right? If I bring in the kick and all the other elements. So it sounds kind of cool, has some African elements, Egyptian elements. The one thing that you can do to like build your own loop, you're going to go over here, select all of them. Then you're going to press pack into a take folder. Then you can open them up. You have all the different files. So for instance, from this part, I want this too. And you see how this changes. And let me take this out. I do want this one, this part. I'm going to bring this here. So we're going to bring this from here. And yeah, you can start, your groove by just picking random things into a take folder and then putting them all together and making your own loop. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. If you like it, subscribe, and yeah, peace.